Hello, right, a quick demonstration here of how to create a database using MySQL. So you have to have MariaDB running, which you do as per the previous video. And now this is um, this is my version of XAMPP that I've been using for ages. You type the command show databases and you'll get to see all of your databases. Now, if you do anything like that, that was a deliberate mistake. If you forget your semicolon or anything like that, you'll just move on to the next line. Just type your semicolon, press enter, and you'll see all your databases. Now, when you start it up the first time, I think there'll be a couple of things there, probably this information scheme and stuff. There'll be a couple of things. This is my my version of XAMPP that I've been using for ages, so I've got quite a few. Now, oh, I see brilliantly. This is going out with my my video area. Right, let's just leave it like that. So show database is very useful. Now, I'm just using the example that is right here as per page 28 of the course notes. We're just going to work through this, creating the dodgeball database. You might remember it from Nat 5 even. But there's the command create database and then give it a name. So, excuse me, I'm typing kind of one-handed here because I'm holding a big mic in the other hand. Create database and then whatever we want to call it. So my database is going to be called dodgeball. There we go. And then this is an important bit. People quite often forget to do this. We've now got it created, but we're not using it yet. Before we can work with any database that's listed here or any we've created, we have to type use. So use dodgeball. Odgeball, excuse me. It really is fiddly. I don't have a nice desk I'm working at. Use dodgeball. There we go. And you can see it comes up in the square brackets here. It lets us know what database we're using. Next, we want to create a table. So you might be unsurprised that we're going to use the create table command. Now, we've already, well, you know what? I'm just going to do it. Let's do create table. The basic idea here is create table, give the table a name, and then in brackets, and this is just for readability, it's set out like this. In brackets, we list all our attribute names followed by the data type, attribute type, and then a comma. Okay, so we're going to do one called team ID. It's going to be integer, and then team name, which will be varchar. With varchar, we always have to put in brackets the size that we're expecting it to be, or we require it to be, as per the data dictionary. We've got league, which is 11 characters, and then date formed, which is date. Close brackets. That's it. Now, don't worry. You can add in fields and so on afterwards. Remove fields. You can change the structure of the table. It's just slightly fiddly and it's beyond what you need to do at advanced higher. Now, here is a little piece of advice. I recommend, I've only just thought about this right now, I've only just thought that I want to include this in the video. I recommend just getting your text editor, Notepad++, Atom, whatever it is you're using, and you can actually set it so in Notepad++, for example, in S we've got SQL, so we can set that to pick up on SQL syntax. And I'd recommend just typing large chunks of SQL into here. So the same when we do queries and so on later, I'd be inclined just to do this. Oh God, I really can't type one-handed. As you can see, create table. I say one-handed, I'm kind of balancing a microphone on my wrist. It's fiddly. Create table teams. I'm going to pause this while I type this in. Right, how's that for speed typing? So common little syntax errors you might make are putting the semicolon in before the bracket or something there, or sticking a comma at the end. That's quite a common syntax error. A comma after the last field you set. Anyway, that should be it. And typing it into something like Notepad++ will help with picking up on syntax errors. And so I actually just have a a text document, or well, I say a text document, an .sql document that's saved. I just open up in Notepad++, and I keep all my stuff in there. And then it's just simply a case of copy, Control C, and over in here we can paste that in, press enter, there we go. And now how do we know it's worked? Well, we're still using Dodgeball, so let's type the command show tables. Okay, so another useful command lets you see all the tables you've got set up. It's only got teams at the moment. And then if we want to see what fields are in a table, we want to see more information about it, we've got the describe command. So describe teams. And that lets us see all our fields, what type they are, whether they're primary keys and so on. We'll get into that a bit later, next lesson or something. Okay, hope that helps.